Coming up, floodwaters on the rise on the state's south coast. A stern warning from ACT police following the death of a kayaker south of Canberra, and how these locals saved their beloved watering hole. See you at 5:30.
This is 9 News Local.
Good evening, I'm Natassia Soper. The resilience of South Coast communities is being pushed to the limit tonight, with floodwaters inundating homes and businesses for the second time in just 2 weeks. River levels have begun to subside, but residents are being warned this may not be the end as a new weather system begins to build.
Bursting at the banks, the Shoalhaven River under a major flood warning.
Our reporter James Wilson joins us live from Wollongong on the south coast. James, what's the situation where you are?
Well, Tash, the good news is the water has started to subside. The Shoalhaven River next to me is still extremely full. Locals say it's the highest they've seen it in around 30 years. It peaked at around 4.4 metres early this afternoon. You can see it's brought with it a trail of destruction. Debris is all over this road here, bringing down fences. Further up from where I am, there are around 4 cars floating in the middle of floodwater. They've been there since early this morning. The SES say they will be sticking around for a number of days to help clear this debris. And in some concerning news, Tash, there is word that another low-pressure system is building off the coast. It could bring with it heavy rains this weekend. If that is the case, it will be the third flood event here in just under a month.
Thank you, James. Meanwhile, the wet weather has ended with tragedy south of Canberra. A kayaker's body found hours after he went missing. And while police piece together what happened, authorities say it serves as a sad reminder of the dangers of floodwater.
When the swollen Murrumbidgee River swallowed a man's kayak late yesterday.
Stay with us. Still ahead, rumours of a major COVID spike in the Riverina. Hear what officials had to say. Why residents are calling for medicinal cannabis to be added to the PBS. A local tourist attraction is added to the National Heritage List, and after 65 years on the field, this hockey player from Orange celebrates a special milestone. Residents in the Riverina are being warned to watch out for COVID fake news. Health district officials pleading with people to not fall victim to reports of fake coronavirus cases. It comes after a number of posts were shared on social media alleging more than a dozen fresh COVID-19 cases in the region.
Amy Clements, 9 News.
Great advice. Coming up in sport, the future of Raiders hooker Soper season hangs in the balance after injuring his tricep over the weekend. And the fate of Dragons back rower Jackson Ford decided after tripping Roosters half Luke Keary in their last game. To sport now, and the Canberra Raiders are sweating over the health of their hooker, Soper after he injured his tricep during Saturday's loss to the Penrith Panthers. Stay with us. Coming up on 9 News, Gavin Morris with your local weather details. Now with the weather, here's Gavin.
Good evening. Thank you, Natassia. Yes, it's been a horrible time for the residents of southern New South Wales. Another 300 millimetres recorded, 2 big weather events in as many weeks. The last of the showers have been driving in across the Illawarra. They will continually clear and ease. Temperatures mostly maxing out into the mid-teens for most right across the region today. 13 the top for Canberra. We're in between the systems at the moment. That low has cleared. That's moved on to the mid-north coast where the strong winds and the big seas. The swell is horrendous, causing more extensive coastal erosion. This next system, that's crossed over from Western Australia, moving into South Australia, but we've got this lovely little break in between the two. So the high will slide across the southeast and the capital. That'll calm the situation, but it's also going to make for a very cold start to the day. Freezing conditions return right throughout the inland areas of the Riverina. Wagga from freezing to 15. The capital, -2 to 14. Now along the coast, cold start, but those winds beginning to settle, and we're headed for tops of about 17 to 16 degrees, but much calmer right throughout the entire region, and the sun's out. Bluebird Day on the way for the ski resorts. Right across the central West Plains, we've got some pretty cold conditions on the way tomorrow morning, then headed for the mid-teens. Pretty chilly for the Tablelands and the Blue Mountains as well. Good night.
And before we go, the park's dish is best known for its role in the 1969 Apollo mission when a global audience watched a man walk on the moon for the first time. Now home of the famous telescope, the CSIRO Parks Observatory has been added to the National Heritage List. And that's 9 News Local for this Monday. Peter Overton's up next with your 6 p.m. bulletin. I'm Natassia Soper. Enjoy your evening. Good night.